With Madden 24 getting closer, you're seeing a lot more players trying to learn zone late in the year. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you guys a glitchy way to get wide open in the scene that I've had on Gridiron Gameplans for quite some time. Let's get into it. What is up, guys? Sam from the Sam Madden YouTube channel, and I just want to say thank you once again for all the support deep into the summer as we are preparing for Madden 24. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys a flip streak glitch. This is something I've talked about every once in a while here on the YouTube channel over the last couple of years, but this is something right now that I think is really important that you guys can implement into your offense as a trick that will get you vertical in the seam with these delayed streaks, these create your own wheels, whatever you want to call this route. It is a great way to work against zone because you can drive off coverage, or honestly, you can just space the zone underneath with a lot of different routes and still have a vertical attacking threat in the seam that is going to be open underneath the deep zone. So I'm pretty excited about this tip, but before we get into it, I just want to let you guys know that we are running right now in the month of July our Madden 24 pre-sale on gridirongameplans.gg. My best offer of the year. You guys will unlock everything that I do all Madden 24 long for one payment. You guys can go check it out. All the vault updates, keeping you on top of the meta and the counters for the meta that pro players run. Also, all offensive and defensive game plans with updates throughout the year as I run those offenses and defenses, and including AP updates for you guys to stay on top of what abilities I run, and Discord access with live lab sessions from myself and other pro players that we'll be bringing onto the website in Madden 24. So make sure you guys take advantage of it while time lasts. Go to gridirongameplans.gg. The link is in the description. Now let's talk about the flip streak here. We're going to break this down through a couple of lenses. First, we'll talk about how to get guys kind of open on and create your own wheel. And then we're going to talk about kind of how to utilize the flip version of it, where we're going to run these routes to the inside. So the thing with this particular trick is that you're going to want to call a formation that when you flip the formation, the receivers run all to the other side of the field. At least two of them, I would say, run to the other side of the field. Not every formation works exactly like this, but I will tell you that bunch tight end is a very good one. So if you guys run, for instance, single back bunch tight end, pistol bunch tight end, or gun bunch tight end, this will make you very, very happy. Now let's go ahead and talk about how to set up your route combos with this, because naturally you're going to want to pull zones with this. So what we're going to do is we are going to, on this play, we are going to utilize this snag route in the middle of the field. We've got the X and the B receivers to kind of manipulate the deep coverage with. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to flip the formation. I'm going to hot route Steve Smith to a late streak as he hits the left tackle, and I'm going to put B on a streak. Now you would say you've got two routes running in the same side of the field, the same spot on the field with this route combo. And I would say you're correct, but the timing is the difference. Garrett Wilson is going to lead the charge on this play. He's going to get way out in front of Steve Smith on this, and then Steve Smith is going to filter in behind, following him down that same lane. This is great in a zone context because the front route, Garrett Wilson, is known as our vertical pull route. And then Steve Smith is basically the trail pattern. So a lot of people think trail patterns are just a drag and then a trail behind it. You can trail vertically in zone as well. So right here, what I would do is maybe create a little bit of a horizontal stretch combo where maybe I attack the flat with King Henry in the event that, you know, a flat defender turns up the field with Steve Smith, and I'll have a wide open throw to Henry. Other than that, we basically can kind of wait for Steve Smith to get in behind and throw this inside pass lead deep down the seam for an easy jetpack. And the thing about this is that the user is probably not going to be used to defending this. The route recognition is not going to be great. And the cool thing about this is I can kind of do this with any player. So guessing which player I'm going to do this trick with is very, very tough. You'll note here in this example, I'm actually going to use Jefferson on this concept. I'm going to attack the flat with Steve Smith, and maybe I use a Texas route to the running back over the middle. And you're going to see right away that, you know, this kind of works the same way. So Y becomes my pass lead. I can click on and make that catch behind the streak as a jetpack down the field. I could obviously do this as well with Garrett Wilson, but the problem with that is that, you know, his streak is on the outside. So if you're going to do this, you probably would lead downfield with Jefferson and then kind of hope that Garrett Wilson can get in behind. A little bit tougher, but again, you see this inside pass lead, and then I could click on a jetpack in front of the outside third down the sideline. So it does allow you to do this pretty feasibly with this concept. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show this to you against my favorite defense in the game, which is the inverted cover 3. You guys know that this is something that I have made super popular. You see other channels talking about inverted 3 a lot lately. This has been my base defense for quite some time now. In fact, I go to it more than I do my match quarters, and you guys know me for match coverage. And that's because inverted 3 with match rules, I think, is the most versatile defense in the game. A lot of people want to say it's like one of those defenses where it's real easy to attack it, and I couldn't disagree more. Yes, if you know exactly what we're doing match-wise and rolling our coverage out of it, sure, but he who holds the chalkboard last always wins the play. But let's show you in general what most players will do out of this. So most players think that this defense is just going to be us putting our players into outside thirds and then our linebacker into a middle third. If we decide to do this concept against this defense, we can go ahead and dial up different shapes, as I mentioned, with this route. So first and foremost, we'll go down the seam with Y and then follow with X. And then in terms of this, I'll keep the flat from dropping with us, and then you can do kind of whatever you want in the middle of the field with this. A Texas trail is fine. Again, if you take a look at the defense, play art's a little buggy here, but there it is. So with this type of concept, the key is getting vertical inside. You want to get that vertical hook to kind of pull, and you're going to open up this jetpack lane in behind. So you see right there, we were very easily able to choose the correct receiver to pull that vertical hook, and then that opens up the inside pass lead. So again, I'll show this to you on that example. We hit Y on this, not X, and we're going to go ahead and maybe run a streak in a flat. You know, it could be real simple. The other thing about this that's so tough is that if that vertical hook is going to get all confusing, we could throw the Texas route underneath of this as well. So you can kind of freestyle off of this combo very easily. So whether you have a long time to throw it and you throw the jetpack, or you want to check it down quick due to pressure, you're going to be just fine. And then, of course, the other thing that's really amazing about this is that at its core, this is still a cover 3 defense. So if you can get a middle receiver into the seam pretty quickly, you can still do some pretty crazy stuff here with this. So I'm going to show you Garrett Wilson on basically a wheel. I'm going to drive off the coverage down the seam, and then maybe we go ahead and run a Texas combo underneath here. I'm going to spy the rush here so you guys can see. And of course, it's not just about the inside receivers. You guys can do this with the outside receivers as well. The thing that a lot of people forget is that this is a very, very easy to run concept with any of the 3 receivers when you are running this particular combo. So right here, you know, we could attack the seam and the flat, have a Texas route over the middle, maybe something kind of like this, right? And the thing is, the sideline is a lot more tender. I can throw this ball underneath and jetpack back to the inside. So it doesn't have to be in the deep seam. It could actually be a sideline jetpack with this as well. So it's not always just going to be attacking that vertical hook in the dead middle of the field where the user can be. So there you guys have it. This is how you run flip streak wheels to jetpack against zone coverage. I do want to end this video with the inverse of this very, very quickly. So with this particular part of the tip, I want to show you, in all these examples, we've been hot routing these receivers as they hit the other side of the line. If you guys hot route these receivers right away, like as they're crossing from the left to the right, and you hit the streak hot route while they're hitting the offensive tackle or the offensive guard on the same side, it'll make them run their routes to the inside. So look here how I changed this route to a slant and go, essentially. This is great because you can kind of do the same principle where you can run coverage down the middle of the field and then kind of snap off a route that's going to trail in behind. So this could be really effective against somebody who's, you know, maybe out here kind of hanging out. If you can get them to worry about a trail route or a decoy route, slant, you know, Texas in the middle of the field, whatever, and then you're going to be able to kind of throw this seam route in underneath. You see right here how it gets into that tender area where I can throw that. Of course, you wouldn't want to have a bunch of other routes running into that same area, space the field kind of the way that you want. But this is an amazing concept because you're really going to be able to kind of shape your route of who's attacking the middle of the field. You see right here on the last example, I ran Wilson over the middle. In this example, I might run Steve Smith over the middle. And of course, you can always go ahead and, you know, attack the rest of the field however you see fit. But again, anytime you're getting these inverted coverages or these cover 3 coverages, It's either going to be jetpacking the seam or the sideline, or throwing this little like slant and go underneath of the deep zone. Again, you kind of see it looks like a playmaker drag, and you can throw these over the middle as well for zone manipulation. So there you guys have it. This is how you can beat zone easily with a hot route trick. Change your streaks into wheels or slant and goes. These are great for giving yourself a timed release vertically, basically the sideline windows or the seam against the users. So there you guys have it. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, like the video, give it a thumbs up. Also check out that pre-sale on Gridiron Gameplans. We'll see you in our next video. Until then, this is Zan. Get the lab and good luck.